Today I'm going to show you how I thread my loom, making very, very few mistakes. This particular warp has 800 threads to it, so the last thing I want to do is get all the way done and discover there's a mistake way back at the beginning or right in the middle, that I missed a particular thread, I missed a heddle, anything like that. I don't want any of those mistakes. So, to that end, I use an Excel spreadsheet, and I create the entire pattern thread by thread in the color order in which I need to actually make these thread these heddles. When I get them done, I then start crossing them off so that I know that I have done these very specific pieces. So I've gotten the very first line done, and now I'm going to start down here on this next set. As you can see, I need a dark blue on harness 5, and then a light blue on harness 6, a dark blue on harness 3, a light blue on harness 4, etc. So as I do this, I will actually be marking them off. Obviously, you're not going to see them in the camera because it's going to be down here where you can't see it on the shelf. So, to begin, I have a Macomber. It's an older Macomber that I have restored. You may have seen some of those videos in my YouTube channel. It's nice because this breast beam actually moves forward so that I can get right up close to my heddles, and I use my tool. Use your tools wisely. I use my threading hook to actually separate each of the sets of yarn on my least sticks. That way I know exactly which one is next in my entire threading pattern. So the next set that I need to do is, as you saw, 5, 6, 3, 4, and 1, 2. I'm going to grab these, since I need 6 of those, I'm going to grab these all at once and kind of move them over. This is a great way to actually separate all of your heddles as well. I use, on all of my looms, I actually use the wire instead of the flat steel. I think that they set better, they're lighter, and they're easier for me to use. So I need a 5, 6. So I'm going to move these, the 5, 6. So 5 is in front, 6 is in back. I'm going to reach through, I'm going to grab this next set, separate out, because I wound them in pairs, separate them out. So the dark blue is 5, pull that through, and the light blue is 6. By pulling these through in pairs, I know that I'm not screwing up a particular color. And since I just did that, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to mark off 5 and 6. Then I come back and I'll do 3 and 4. And it looks like 3 is the dark blue and 4 is the light blue. In this particular pattern that I'm doing, which is the Barrett towels from Handwoven magazine that I thought was absolutely amazing, all of these are done in pairs, and you're always going to start with the dark blue and then go to the light blue. So that makes it easy for me. So that was 3 and 4, and this one is 1 and 2. So that makes it easy for me to know that the next one is going to be dark blue and then light blue. And it's going to be dark blue, then light blue this entire time. So there are those 3, and I have now marked them off that I have actually gotten those done. So now I'm going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, and then all the way down. Okay? So, since we're doing 8, 7, 6, 5, I'm going to go 8, where's my 7s? There's my 7. See how I pull that over so that I can find them, so that I'm not screwing up and getting a different harness, 8765, and they are in order just down the row. So here we go. Use my threading hook to separate them. 8, 7. Again, use my threading hook to separate them out. And there's 6 and 5. Now you do get used to using your threading hook. I prefer this particular hook from Harrisville Designs because it's both the threading hook and the reed slaying hook all in the same time. It's easy for me to hold. It's easy for me to flip around. If I wanted to use the big end, I could use the big end. It's one tool rather than two, so I don't have to worry about losing them. Okay, so that was 8765, and I'm going to mark those off on my spreadsheet. And then I go 87654, 3, 2, 1. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of the things that I really like about the Macomber looms, the big ones, is that they use chains at the top, so each of these harnesses is easy to separate in case I get lost and need to make sure that I've got the right harness and I'm threading the right harness rather than doing 2 on harness 5 when I needed 1 on 6 and 1 on 5. I really like the fact that they float like that. It is amazingly easy to count out and figure out where I'm at. So we've got reach through, and fingernails do actually help here. I know a lot of people don't like to have fingernails, but they really do help when you're trying to separate yarn. This is 8-2 cotton yarn. I probably got it from Yarn Barn in Kansas. yarnbarn-ks.com, I believe, is the website, if you care. I get a lot of my yarn from there. A lot of my tools are from there as well. I also get my yarn and tools from the Woolery. I will get yarn when it's on sale from Webs, which is literally yarn.com, so that's kind of nice. They do appear to be out of a number of the colors of H2 yarn right now. It's January 2023, depending on when you're watching this video. But yes, so Yarn Barn or the Woolery or Webs, any of those places will have the yarn that you need and the tools that you need. So now I got all of those done. And you can always count back just to double check. Did I get these all in the same order? Did I do this right? So every time you do this, double check again, make sure, and then mark it off on your spreadsheet, just like that.